Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy 005 Dynasty. I'm back with another video. I have an individual on my screen right now. His name is Noise Works, dope graphic designer. And I'm talking about dope. I'm talking about fire. This guy's brain thinks of the most craziest things I couldn't even fathom in my lifetime. You know what I mean? I want you to go check him out. I want to start the video like that right away. Go to Noise Works. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. You can Google search him. Yes, you can find him on Google. You can see YouTube. See, I'm on Google. His YouTube, his Instagram, his Patreon. Go support the man on his Patreon. His videos. Dope individual. I learned a lot from this man maybe like 12 years ago. I'm talking about going back. Watching him do album covers. This is when I was trying to learn how to do album covers, and you know, I was just struggling. I was doing them, but I was struggling. There were certain things that certain graphic designers, they were doing. Like, there was a graphic designer named Nojo, one guy named Miami Chaos. They were doing all the mix city covers for everybody in the game. And I was trying to get into that game back then. Look, 11 years ago. I'm not lying. This guy is legit. He's been doing it for a long time, man. I'm talking about he knows how to do the rim light. This is how I learned how to do the cartoon effect from him. Just 10 years ago. 10 years ago, man. Like, that's crazy. So give a shout out to Noise Work. Come and check him out. See, I told you the rim light. You learn how to do the rim light and stuff like that. And he just did this 2 months ago. So he's still dropping awesome tutorials. I would say, man, if you're in any type of entertainment industry and you want to do this, or you want somebody to do it for you, have them watch this man. Have them watch. I'm talking about, his brain is crazy. I don't care if it's you or somebody else. Get somebody in your camp, somebody in your team, and make sure they watch this guy through and through and check out all of his content and support him on Patreon. So why am I saying that? Because I still use some of his techniques today. Because like I said before, when I was first starting, I didn't even know how to do anything. I was struggling. I was doing destructive content. I was destroying everything. I wasn't using using a mask. I didn't know how to apply the movie cinematic grit and texture. So I was doing a lot of searches. Like, well, how do you do the movie look? How do you do this? How do you do that? And you know, there's a lot of people who do tutorials online. But the one thing about Noise Works is how he does his tutorials, how he takes his time and break everything down for you, step by step, literally step by step. I just went over it. There was this tutorial I learned from him, how to sharpen images, right? He dropped this video, I think, 2021, right? And I left a comment. I said, brother, thank you so much, man. So much, because even before I was doing graphics. I was doing graphics in 2019, 2020, right? I was doing graphics, but I still couldn't master that sharpening technique, like how to get your images to get like that grit, that texture, like that sharpen stuff. I couldn't master that, man. You know what I'm saying? This man helped me with that, to the point where now I'll show you. Boom. And it's only 24%, right? If I zoom in on it, so it's not at 100%, you're going to see all that grit and texture in there. You're going to see, look at all the grit and texture in here. And that's because this gentleman basically showed us how to sharpen up our images in multiple different ways. So I believe I used 2 sharpen. I think I used the small sharpen, and I think I used the micro sharpen on this one, right? On this image. So let me show you really quick. Here's the original image. You got to have a nice camera. You got to get a good camera. That's number 1. So I had a great camera to begin with. But as you can see, that camera it had a filter over it, and that filter is going to soften up the skin, right? Because I use diffusing filters, right? For like if you're shooting films and stuff like that. So I put that over the camera to soften up the digital effect a little bit, right? So it's soft. So you can see this is soft, but the pixels are there. It has a nice tight color scheme going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a tight image. But then from there, I use the Noise Works. As you can see, I even put it in there. Noise Works. I use his grit, his sharpening. So from here, now my photo is cinematic already. this is a regular photo. It's not cinematic. Just off of him alone, that the first action that I took on a photo, it made it cinematic. You can see the grit here. You can see the texture. And I didn't even use the high one. I only used the small and the micro. Let me bring this up and show you. So you see the grit. See it's the sharpen, how it made it pop out. The picture's done. I could just use the picture right here, right now. I don't even need to even mess with it anymore. But, you know, I've been working in Photoshop throughout the year, so I have acquired some skills. So now I put it in Camera Raw because I was in Photoshop, and now with the Camera Raw, with the skills that I have acquired, now I turned it into like even more of like a cinematic shot. You know what I'm saying? You get the shadows a little deeper, the highlights are popping a little bit more. It's more vibrant. It's, you know what I'm saying? A little bit more texture. So I enhanced the texture that he gave me with his actions, his sharpening actions, that tutorial video. You see? So from here, I enhanced it. As you can see, I enhanced it. Brings it out more grit. You can see right here, it's not sharp. It doesn't have that cinematic feel. It's more smooth. Boom, boom. And then now, the last step is me turning it into retro cinematic. And that's skills that I've acquired throughout the years myself, of trying to figure out how to get that Polaroid, that old school camera look. And I figured out how to do it. And now I apply it to almost all my photos. So now, as you can see, let me blow this up a little bit. Now it looks crazy, man. It looks crazy. Hold on. It looks crazy. Oh, it's bouncing everywhere. Now, that's a cinematic photo shot. But it all starts with getting a good camera, but it also starts with that cinematic, like, sharpening of the image, getting that first shot. You know what I'm saying? You got to get that. You got to get the first time you do like a touch up to the photo, you got to get that part right. When you get that first touch up, and I use the NoiseWorks sharpening actions, then you could go and just boom, go crazy with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I could use this for a movie post if I wanted to. It's that great. It's that great. And that's inspiration, man. When somebody can inspire you with like just helping you with a quick, cool tutorial in that way, then you just take it and run with it. So you go from this, which is cool, to this, man. Like, you see all the intensity and the depth and the texture. That's crazy, man. Wow. That's kind of crazy when you think about it, man. Look at that. I don't even look like you see the intensity in my face, but after the editing, you really get to see the intensity. Like, this is how I wish. This is how I want the photo to look coming out the camera. You know what I'm saying? I want it to look like this. That's what I'm going for. You know what I'm saying? But the cameras don't do it. They don't do that. You know what I'm saying? The cameras do this, and then, you know, from here, like I said, this is where it all starts. You see the grit and the texture coming from those actions that NoiseWorks provided for us on YouTube, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. And then from here, since I got it at a stable working foundation, like the core, like the base, I'm able to now go into Camera Raw and manipulate and bring that texture out even more, make it pop it even more. And this picture, I put it online already. I already posted this picture online. I have not posted the last version of it yet, which is the cinematic version right here, the retro cinematic version. This one I'm going to post too, but I'm going to post it more like, I'm going to get some text. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do maybe a little bit more. I'm going to try to like animate this photo and stuff like that. I'm going to do a couple different things with this one. Make it look like a movie poster, make it look like a magazine poster. I'm going to do like maybe like three versions of this. I have this version. So, you know what I'm saying, without anything on it, maybe like a movie version, like text or something like that, and maybe like in the poster. That's just basically change the template, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. We'll see. And maybe like I'll put like one of my beats to this photo and put, you know, some animations happening or whatever. But yeah, man. Wow, that's crazy, man. But this photo doesn't get to this point looking this good unless you have a good foundation. So you need to learn your craft, man. If you're in Photoshop, perfect it, man. Follow people like Noise Works. You know what I'm saying? He's giving the knowledge away for free, basically. I mean, of course, go subscribe to his Patreon. But what I'm saying is, the guy is being so generous, man. Those sharpening techniques, the rim light techniques, the, you know, what they call it, the burn and dodge techniques of how you will increase the shadows here and increase the lights and make it pop and make that stuff cinematic. That stuff doesn't come easy, man. These people put years into that, man. So let's go back to Noise Works, go to his YouTube channel. As you can see, I'm subscribed to him. I've been subscribed to him for many years, man. I mean, he took a long hiatus too, but I'm glad he's been coming back lately. Yeah, 1 month, 2 months. So he's been coming back, but from what I remember, he was gone for a minute, man. Yeah, so like he posts, it was like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year. But this is not a lot of videos. He like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He posts like 6 videos in a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like he does like a ton of videos. You know what I mean? Yo, brother, we need you more, man. We need you. You're the savior for the graphic designers. Let me stop, man. But yeah, look at this, man. I remember watching this. I remember watching this video, man. I don't know why it doesn't have the red bars on here. Should have the red bars for me but maybe, cause I don't know. I watched, this is one of my first videos. You know what's so crazy? This is one of the first videos I ever saw of his. And it was actually what? It was what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6, only his 6th video that he posted. So I caught him early. I caught him early in the game, man. I didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice I caught him early in the game. Yep. This is when he was doing like the skin touch-up. And he was teaching you how to remove blemishes and stuff like that. So, like, I know how to go in there in Photoshop. I got Photoshop open right now. Yeah, I got Photoshop open. I thought I was going to have Photoshop open, son. Here's Photoshop, baby. It stays on it. I got everything.